If it's happening in the world of sports, we've got it covered. Wherever you are, stay tuned to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Your home for the Ole Miss Rebels. Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and WPGFLP Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. It's Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
If you like
On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
check it out right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now,
The 3-time sexiest man in Millington, Johnny Harden.
What is up? What is up? Welcome to a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Y'all know who I am, your sports mixologist, John Harden, on the other side of the glass. He's a good friend of mine. He's also my producer. You can reach him at 901-360-8255. That's right, 901-360-8255 on the First Bank phone lines. We are about to open things up, talk all kinds of sports. I'm going to talk about what I call, well, I got to give this to my old friend, Rob Fisher, who was on this network. He used to talk about fake, how do I say this, baby? He used to always say this. He would call it basically like fake outrage. That's what it was. And I used to realistically think to myself, and this was when I was younger and stupider and a lot more naive, that no, there's not as much fake outrage as you actually believe. And then you get in this industry and you work a lot in sports, and then you start to realize that, dude, there's a lot of fake outrage. And I'm going to talk about, basically, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is the United States women's, man. This is the national team. I can't believe, number one, that some of our people are jumping on these girls' cases. It has ticked me off in a way like I can't even explain to you. And again, I call it fake outrage. Political correctness gone on straight up Cypionate, Deca, D-ball, HGH. They doing steroids like they're going out of style. This BS that I have to listen to ticks me off in a way that I can't even explain, because sports, number one, I'm going to remind you of something. If I was in a baseball game and I was winning 21-0, the worst thing and the most embarrassing thing you could do to me, if I was on that mound and I was getting killed, and I'm a competitor, by the way, because when you make it, by the way, this is the World Cup. We're talking about the United States Women's National Cup. And I'm not even talking about even if I was at that level. I'm talking about if I was at dead gum 10-year-old baseball and I'm pitching and we're down 21-0. If you bunt and step on the plate just to get out, that's an embarrassment to me. If a soccer game, somebody told me this would be equivalent to what these girls, if they did the old school North Carolina, man, throw the ball, go four corners, and not score for minutes at a time. That's not competition. When you go to play a sport, you might get a beat down, but damn it, compete against me.
I don't understand the argument, just given the fact that point differential comes into account when you're talking about the World Cup. So yes, they beat them 13-0. It was honestly ruthless, quite frankly. They showed no mercy, but it's awesome.
It's awesome. I don't understand how this is something bad. Like, dude, our girls, Alex Morgan should be celebrating.
So good.
She scored 5 goals, yo.
Yeah.
5. Do you realize that she scored 5 goals? And instead of putting her up and cheering, USA, USA, Alex Morgan rocks. Alex Morgan rocks. I actually heard this, and I'm dead serious. I had to go back and listen to it on Twitter. I didn't believe it. I thought they might have messed with me, but then I saw it on other accounts. The lady calling the game said, and I'm going to quote this. I cannot even believe she said this. This is disgusting. Do they know little girls are watching this? Well, dadgummit, I sure hope so. Because our girls were
teach them how to be great,
butt, baby.
Teach them how to be great.
And I'm sorry, but again, I don't. If you're going to be a competitor and you're going to play in a competitive sport, dadgummit, why is it we didn't beat up on the Dream Team when they went out and beat the brakes off of everybody and their grandmother? Do you remember? I know you're too young for this, but I'm not kidding with you. They played China when I was a kid, and they beat them 62 to 119. Were they supposed to in the fourth quarter not play?
It's at the biggest stage. So I don't understand the
They didn't
huge
give the
outrage.
US men any
The
flack.
outrage is kind of weird to me, especially again,
In 2019, we are just I got to give it to Greg Gaston. I don't do it. I should do it more often. I love Double G, but he always says, and I hate to say this because I don't want to be that person about the wussification, and I don't believe it because
it was never.
Millennials are dope, and I like a lot of people, but we do have PC gone awry, and the fact that these girls are getting chastised instead of celebrated, it does piss me off. To be honest with you,
was it ever okay to blow people out like that? Was it ever a thing you say? But like I'm saying, you said of the wussification of America, but I'm saying in general, back in the day, in the 40s and the 50s, you're not supposed to absolutely impose your will on people.
I remember when we were
at all times.
The Tiger. Okay, there was this thing. You had like the Tiger 11, I believe, and the Tiger 12 and 13, or I can't remember if it was like the 9, the 10s, and the 11s. Anyway, Tigers were playing Tigers. Okay. We were playing the younger team. We beat them like by 30 deadgum runs. And you know what? We loved every deadgum minute. We were hitting home runs off these kids, and we were laughing all running around the bases, and we were celebrating because deadgum, we beat their brains in. And I watched them many a times beat other teams' brains in. Deal with it. It's called competition.
Absolutely.
Go out and get better.
But you called it a wussification. You said it was part of the wussification of America.
Well, I'm just saying the fact that people, I never believed in my lifetime that a team that has got USA on their chest could go and win a game like the U.S. national women's team's done. And instead of being celebrated, they can be called disgusted. And the fact that you used the word disgusted, embarrassing, and think of the children, I'm going to ask them if they know they were watching a damn soccer game. Like,
that's how you know it was a blowout right there.
Like,
think about the children.
Did you know there's children
That's
watching
bad,
this
man.
game?
That's hilarious.
And I'm dead serious. I'm going to call her out, dude. Her name is Claire Rusted, and Kaylin Kylie.
But
they were the ladies that said it. I'm going to quote them again. These were two, by the way, they're Canadian analysts, which is interesting since the Raptors are playing Golden State, little Canadian USA action going on here. But for real, though, they use the word, and they're talking about our women. And that's what takes me off. Our girls. We're supposed to support these girls. And by the way, is this not the pinnacle of what you work your life off? You're on the biggest stage of your life. You're at the World Cup, and you're clowning and scoring 5 goals. Heck yeah, you're talking about joy. Heck yeah, you're celebrating. Heck yeah, you feel good. Why would you want to be like, I'm not going to get better. I'm going to go sit over here and we're going to hold the ball the final 79 minutes since we're kicking their teeth in. No, it's a competition. The U.S. women's national team kicked your butt. Alex Morgan, you were an awesome woman. You had 5 goals. It was a dream. Like, I remember she said it was a lifetime dream, but like Claire and Kaylin, they said that women, don't you know, think of the children. The girls are watching. Little girls are watching. Calling our girls disgusting and saying that they're an embarrassment to your sport. Why would you say that about the team that's kicking the teeth out of the other team? Why don't you say, how is it that a team made it to the World Cup and they're getting their brains beat out? Because the women's national team is dropping them 13-0 because they're dope, yo. They're the best, and I can't wait till they win the deadgum thing. I can't wait till Claire and them have to eat their words. I really can't believe I'm telling you this. I was so
I don't
mad.
think they're ever going to eat their words. They still beat them 13-0.
No, I'm saying if they win the whole champion, like to call them like, I'm sorry,
to call them disgusting and all these things. It's not fair.
Unsportsmanlike. And so realistically, this is what I want to ask the people out there at 67129, because I do have people who have actually hit me up and said to themselves, you know, man, they could have taken it a little easier on them. It's the World Cup. If you worked your entire life to be dominant in one sport and you're at the biggest stage, do you know the World Cup is kind of like the Olympics or the Super Bowl or the World Series or the NBA Finals? It's the pinnacle of your career. Should we tell The next time an NBA team is beating the brakes off another NBA team, dadgummit, I wish they would have just turned the shot clock off in the fourth quarter.
But it's the equivalent of being in the playoffs and not running up the score. You play to win the game.
Ooh, thank you very much.
It's that simple. If I keep winning and I keep beating you, stop me.
I never expected to spend that much time on this, but I have to say,
you sort of have to, because this is really a big topic of conversation today.
I know I was shocked about it. I could not believe how many people on Twitter said that, like, they apologized for their girls. Like, if you want to apologize about something, Canada, the two Canadian women who are talking smack about our U.S. women, why don't you talk to your fans who booed Kevin Durant when he ruptured his Achilles? One of the best players in the whole wide world, could have cost himself millions and millions and millions of dollars, and he definitely cost all fans out there the opportunity to watch him probably next year, because it takes a long dadgum time to come back from an Achilles injured. But didn't I see Mr. Polite, non-disgusting, non-embarrassing, always perfect Canada? Did I see them say, "I'm so sorry, Kevin, that you hurt yourself"? No, I saw their fans cheering. And everybody wants to sit there and say, because one fan sent Kevin Durant an apology letter and some flowers in the hospital on behalf of Canada, that they are to be forgiven. Please. And if you want to put them in the same ballpark, again, pass me that, because you're smoking something that's crazy, yo. Because, man, there's a total difference than cheering on a dude that hurts himself than cheering on your team winning on the biggest stage in the world, the World Cup. And yes, you cheer them on. When your team scores 5 goals, when one girl scores 5 goals, you celebrate her. You don't call her disgusting or embarrassing. Dang, I got on a rant, didn't I?
Well, I mean, it's sort of how I feel about baseball, with pitchers getting mad at
the
guys
unwritten rules, like Madison Bumgarner.
It's like, if you got me out
Max
or
Muncy
played
said,
well and I didn't
get
have
it out of the ocean.
If I didn't have to beat you 13-0, there would be no conversation, man. Like, play better. And I get that, yes, U.S. women's national team beforehand, they're going to beat Thailand by a lot. Like, Thailand is not very good. They're pretty bad. But in the end of the day, if you want them to not beat you that bad, don't let them beat you that bad. Sorry.
Dude, there are so many great texts, by the way. It's 67129. That's 67129. I have to say, it says, a lot of people said no one ever complained when the dream team beat the pants off of everybody they played. I said that a little bit earlier. I agree. Nobody ever said, and I even gave you all the score. China, I still remember it. It was a beatdown of epic proportion. 119-62. The dream team smacked them down like you've never seen. It was a beat down. The first quarter, I can't even remember. I think they scored like 6 points or something. It was so embarrassing.
There comes a point when you're bad. We can try and not score, but they're like, if you're bad enough and you just let us score, we're going to score. It's just like in college football when they say dudes can't run up the score.
Dude, when
you have Alabama playing a 1AA team and you put in the backups and I still beat you, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to stop playing?
Yeah.
Just kneel every time? Like, what am I supposed to do?
Don't get better. No, it's competition. I love what you're saying. I agree. And a lot of the texters are 100% with me. Said if Alex Morgan was an ugly duckling, they would never be hating on her. It's not her fault she's attractive, but it does play into the one thing that people who spite her. Funny thing is, I read in the Washington Post today that the Canadian team was critical, saying as Canadians, we would just never, ever think of doing something like that. How ironic, again, y'all cheered KD's injury. Dwayne, another good comment. I kind of mentioned that.
I really just don't understand what they were supposed to do. Like, it's soccer. We're going to control the ball. We're going to go play soccer. Like, I don't know what are they supposed to do? Let them score? Let them have the ball? I don't understand how you can tell someone not to win by that much when there's really no other option.
Dude, I just read something wild, bro. Do you know how we give a lot of and everything that Gabe said, I agree. and I went on a crazy rant. And I'm brought in to bring my friend Brian Dacus. By the way, he's my new sports director at the University of Memphis. If you have any young kids who are graduating high school, if you have especially freshmen, sophomore, even juniors and seniors in college, journalism, communication, have them come reach my man, Brian. I called Bryant. So I called you Brian, didn't I? Sorry, Bryant. Like Kobe Bryant. That's why I call him Kobe all the time. Kobe Bryant. No, it's Bryant Dacus. He's my new sports director. He's really awesome. We're going to talk to him in 2 seconds. I'm going to ask him how he feels about that. And then we're going to talk about, what it's like working over there. What are the opportunities that we have coming up? And if you're a young journalist, how cool is it going to be like, get to meet me and be right down the road from like Dave Voloshin and doing the show. Listen to him laugh, dude. Come on, dude. I'm awesome. You know it. There are a lot of people out there who are like I got so many people who are hitting me at Johnny_radio, my personal phone, and also at the First Bank text line at 67129. It did say, didn't Canada beat somebody 12-1 in one of their matches? I love texters. They're so good. They're so good. So good. But anyway, the one thing I was trying to say is I'm going to get off of this issue. I promise you I'm done after this. But I had to read this text because I love this. You know how we give Drake a whole lot of beef because Drake is the ultimate curse. Anthony Joshua was the latest victim of his curse. Now, if Toronto does to win the NBA Finals, I need to know, 67129, if Toronto wins, does that mean the Drake curse is over? Because I believe in the, Drake curse. Does that knock the curse out?
I don't know, man, because the Anthony Joshua thing, that's lifetime stuff right there, man.
There's a lot of Drake things, buddy. Remember, I looked him up and it was bad. Like, it seems like every time Drake, goes there, shows up and cheers for somebody,
Drake will just be like 1 in a million at that point. 1 win, million losses. All right.
But listen to this. All right. It's the Drake curse versus what nobody knows. I didn't even know this was a curse, but Nico sent this in. Do y'all know Metallica? All right. So y'all know who like the lead singer of Metallica is? James Hetfield or whatever. Anyway, point is, this is what the texter said. I know you believe in curses and karma, Johnny. Ever since James Hetfield from Metallica butchered his part of the national anthem at Oracle, the Golden State Warriors haven't been able to win there. Don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of old Metallica and Kurt. But man, he did his part, but they lose tomorrow. Basically saying that he believes the Metallica curse that we don't even know about is stronger than the Drake curse. I kind of say I'm with Nico, but I don't know if it's a curse. See, this is where my question is. Did Drake really get the curse broken because there's so many injuries for Golden State? It's like literally unfair when you got a healthy team playing the walking wounded. Anyway, that's the 67129. It is time for me to bring in my man, Kobe Bryant. Brian Dacus. What's up, my man? How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. Can't complain.
Now, this is my buddy Brian over at WUMR U92, the Jazz Lover. Now, if you go to the University of Memphis, we've talked about how Penny is dealing. We got Mike Norvell balling, but you wouldn't believe it. Over at the University of Memphis, not just is that balling, but the girls are doing great at the El Marone Fieldhouse. My man Jeff Brightwell's tearing it up with the baseball, calling Rock's team. They're doing all kinds of stuff, but the journalism department and communications department are also tearing it up, just like the athletic department. And being in sports journalism right now at the University of Memphis, it's like back in 2008 almost, or back when it was like ball, and even better than that, actually, because now 2008 football wasn't good. Mm-hmm. Like right now, you actually get to start things off. If you come over, we're looking for 5 new people. My buddy Bryant is looking for 5 people. They got a show from 8:30 to 9, right?
Absolutely, yeah. 8:30 to 9, a little after 8:30.
A little after 8:30.
Yeah,
y'all rock it out. Y'all do a 30-minute show 5 days a week, and then y'all call what?
Well, the students call the football and men's basketball game.
That's right.
And then we produce the baseball and women's basketball game.
So you pretty much learn almost everything you could possibly do to get into this industry. And it's really awesome to think about it. August 31st, y'all are going to kick things off. Y'all are going to be calling Ole Miss and Memphis. That is going to be fun. Yeah. There are some great games with this Memphis team in the American. Then basketball rolls around. You're doing basketball games. And like I said, you're right down there on the floor with the media, meeting everybody and their grandmother,
Yeah.
right down from, Dave Woloshin, right down from where our good buddy Forrest used to be. There's a lot of just great people, and you get to meet everybody and their grandmother. And it's
Mhm.
really, really cool. And I'm telling you, man, we've had Ben Rainwater. I don't know if y'all remember Ryan Glover and Jeff Brightwell. Heck, Lil Wolo was over there.
Went to school with Ryan, man.
Yeah,
Good guy. I
dude,
love
dude.
Ryan. He's
Yeah,
over. He's
awesome.
one of the news stations.
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
over at, I think, 5 right now.
Yeah.
3,
Good guy,
13,
man.
5.
Good
I got
guy.
kids over at every one of them. I like them all. But yeah, Glover, and then we also got oh my goodness, I just can't believe I drew a blank because his voice was still used in Top and Not story of the day. Dude who's now coaching golf in Missouri. How did my brain just go dead? It's just John's brain. Sometimes it doesn't work. But what I'm trying to say is, you go to the University of Memphis, you go over to U92, you are going to get a lot of learning, aren't you?
No, absolutely. I mean, it's probably, if you want to do radio, it's the best experience you can get, hands down.
Now, I have a question for you. So, Mr. Dacus, how is it that people reach out to you if this is something that they want to get involved in? Like I said, we're looking for what, 5?
Yeah, five, 4 or
maybe.
5 to 6 people. Yeah,
Something like that. Some new
Around there.
people to start on the sports desk. The opportunities are pretty unbelievable in the fact, like I said, you are calling all the Memphis games, the basketball games, producing, learning everything. Plus, you get to hang out with Malvin Massey,
Yeah.
myself. You get to actually learn a little bit about jazz too.
Yeah, and I mean, this is like a real station. Like, this isn't
that's
just,
what I'm saying.
This isn't like something only students can listen to. This anybody can listen to this.
Yeah, it is everywhere. The U92, the jazz lover, Malvin Massey does a great job. There's this guy, John, I know he does pretty good over there.
Yeah,
too.
he's all right.
It's all right. Drew Barrett was over there. Like I said, if you are a young and upcoming and you want to be a part of something that's
I'll tell you
pretty
what.
cool.
I regret not doing it. When
Yeah,
I was
but
in
you were
college.
also kind
I
of
know I had
you were a little
time,
busy.
but at the same time,
Yeah.
I still wish I could have.
we had
been
a
able
football
to
player
take advantage
and
of that.
it was rough on him.
Who?
I can't even remember his
Oh
name.
gosh,
It
you
was so
gotta
long
remember.
ago.
Was it when I was playing? Right.
No, it was
Or-
way. I mean, this was
way
when
before.
I'm talking about. This was actually when man, this was so long ago. This was when, way.
Dinosaurs
Like
roamed the earth.
Shirley Range was still president. This was a while ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
All
gonna-
right. Yeah, I wouldn't know that person. Then.
Yeah. But it is a great opportunity. I hope people out there take the opportunity to reach out to Malvin Massey, U92, or reach out to my man and tell him how they get in touch with you.
You can either email me at Bryant Dacus I'm sorry, that's my other email. I'm blanking. BS Dacus, so BSDACUS at memphis.edu. You can email me there, or you can hit me up on Twitter, DMs, Bryant_Dacus. So, I mean, either way.
You got an IG.
You're an underscore too.
Yeah, I got any IG if you want to follow me on IG. I'm pretty sure it's the same. I don't know.
Man, give yourself some
Brian_Dacus.
shouts out.
Yeah,
man. Get some
let me get 'em,
followers.
let me get 'em.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get some followers
Yeah,
out
follow
there.
me.
So it's Brian_Dacus.
Brian_Dacus.
I'm an underscore guy, Johnny_radio. And you can also email him at BSDACUS at memphis.edu. That's BSDACUS at memphis.edu.
Yep.
Dude, I'm going
Since y'all are
on
giving out
fire.
Twitter names, man, I'm an underscore guy too.
Dude.
G_Coon71, KUHN.
Hold
Yeah.
on. You're G_KU
HN71. Yeah.
71. I dig it. Do you know
Man.
what's so sad? I know, but my phone, all I say is Gabe Coon and it comes right up.
It probably says Dale still, man.
Does it? Whoa.
No,
who's
you're
Dale?
it's probably the contact. Remember you called me Dale first day?
No, the first 3 days.
You called me Dale.
3 days.
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Dale. Hey, Dale, I need this. Hey, Dale. Can you give me this, Dale? Hey, Dale. And he was so nice. He just did it.
Yeah, what a guy that Gabe
I know, and
Coon
he
is.
can crush me too. He's a monster. But no, over at the University of Memphis is no joke. They are rocking and rolling. I can't wait for next season.
Mhm.
Mike Norvell is just tearing it up. Calling those football games are a lot of fun. You're up
Yeah.
in the press box. By the way, they feed you very good. I mean, it's just a lot of fun being up there. And then you get to watch actually great football. And then basketball. I hate to say this because I think football is just out of control. And you learn so much from doing a football game from up there. You got a spotter.
Mhm.
You learn about the equipment. You got the, live mic out the window. There's so many cool things that are going on when you're doing that. But let's just be real. Football is great, Gabe. Like, I love it. But there's just something about calling a game in FedEx Forum. Is a little bit kind of like you feel like you stepped up a different.
Man, it's a basketball.
notch.
It's a basketball city.
Well, I think
it's just
It's a
like the
basketball
whole
city. It's
FedEx
just like
Forum
yeah.
is so awesome.
Well, I think it's also. I mean, you're down there on the floor with like. I mean, you're
Yes,
right
that's
next
what
to
it
the
is.
players.
and they're like,
y'all look like
Huge.
little
They're
ants,
huge.
by the way. We have to have a spotter and a dude like with like binoculars, like telling us, like pointing.
that
to
was
the
number 15.
And we're listening to the Like, it is not the easiest thing in the world to call a game from way up there. And the older you get, the harder it is. So I got to give a shout out to Wolo and also my man Jarvis Greer over there doing a great job. But my young kids over there at U92, the Jazz Lever, there are great opportunities. You can listen to all the games. Penny Hardaway, the team that they have next year. How exciting is that? And you really haven't even filled out the whole thing to where you don't even like have every single person who's going to call those games yet.
No, and I mean, I think that should be the biggest sales point. I mean, the recruiting class Penny's bringing in, if you don't want to call those games,
dude, think about it.
I mean,
think about what they're bringing in to add with Alo and Harris and oh my goodness, next year is going to be so sick. The Unicorn, I can't wait to see James, and then Damian Ball is another guy that I just love. Like this whole class. Dude,
I mean, top to
Jeffries, woo! And again, that whole schedule hasn't been filled. Literally, we got Ole Miss and Memphis in football. This Memphis football team, who knows, they could win the American.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get involved? You want to call some of these games? Reach out to my man Bryant_Dacus on Twitter, or go email him at bsdacus@memphis.edu. It's really simple. It's bsdacus@memphis.edu.
Mm-hmm.
Go see my man Malvin. Go see Bryant Dacus. Come see me maybe. I'm actually kind of busy. Go see them. All you people out there, though, I do have to say, though, since I got my good buddy Bryant Dacus in here, I did want to mention something that I think is really cool. Yes, 901-406-1101. He's a Memphis man. He's Memphis born. He's Memphis bred. He's a Memphis man till he's dead. That's right. My buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. He played football. That's right here in this area. Then he played at Hillcrest, won a little state championship, then went to the University of Memphis, then started buying and selling houses back in the 70s. Now it's 2019, and he is just the best in the business. I'm telling you right now, he saved my tail 11 years ago. He's become a great friend of mine. I meet him for lunch all the time. I've got to know him. He helps out Susan G. Komen. He helps out so many people. It's not even funny. Even those who think they're underwater. I'm telling you, it's a simple phone call. 901-406-1101. You call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Any house, any area, as is. That simple. That's right. That simple. Give my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses a call, and we'll be back with Hardwood on Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
Take Sports 56 with you on your phone or tablet. Download our official Sports 56 app today.
Liberty Mutual Insurance presents.
And Doug, is that your pet emu?
He's my partner, Limu. And we're here to tell you that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
So is he only an emu because it rhymes with Limu, as in Liberty Mutual?
Well, I want to
So this is just a clever way to get people to remember Liberty Mutual, huh?
Kinda.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Equal housing insurer. State laws apply.
Now that Memphis summer is fully upon us, it's the perfect time to enjoy the cool, comfortable elegance that is 117 Prime, Memphis's premier downtown dining destination. While everyone else is wilting in the heat, you'll be enjoying one of the signature cocktails created just for Prime that can't be found anywhere else. There's simply no other place in town that will make you forget the sweltering heat than 117 Prime in the heart of downtown. If you want to feel cool, make your way to the coolest restaurant in town. Make your way to Prime.
Hey guys, time to get ready for summer. Now, if you've done your part at the gym, it's time to let University Plastic Surgery Group help you with that little extra push. It's called Cool Sculpting. You can freeze away the fat with the world's #1 non-invasive fat reduction procedure. University Plastic Surgery Group can help you achieve your workout goals because they're going to target the trouble areas. It's a 45 to 60-minute procedure. You can do it on your lunch hour. Keep your edge at work and look good this summer. Call 350-4858 or visit utuniversityplasticsurgeons.com today.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129. Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Here we go. On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
What is up? What is up? Welcome into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. And yeah, I'm happy. It's hump day, baby. We got Game 7 in the hockey world. Can the Bruins actually go World Series, Super Bowl, Stanley Cup? I don't know. Or can the St. Louis Dispatch their curse?
Post-Dispatch.
Whatever, dude. It's St. Louis, man. That's the key. Can the Post-Dispatch displace the curse? I doubt it. But we'll see. Again, karma's the real deal, Holyfield. And they, Big Papi is up in Boston. Successful number 2 surgery. He's doing a lot better. Very, very happy that he's alive. And I got great news. They have arrested now a second suspect. We're going to find out why somebody did this. And I can't wait. But I got to tell you a great story because we're getting ready to do my favorite segment of the entire day. Y'all know I'm a little crazy when it comes to this segment. I love it. With all my heart, and I can't wait to tell you I got Tristan Thompson and Kardashian, but I got to start with something that's even bigger, and it's the 2 biggest industries projected in, guess what, 2020. You think I'm joking? I'm dead serious. The 2 largest industries in 2020 in the United States, and I'm not talking about the Pentagon and how much they just, spend on defense. I'm talking about like the 2 largest, like the biggest money makers. I'm going to tell you all about them, and it's going to blow your mind. And then I'm going to tell you about a new law that's going to challenge the NFL, and every NFL player is about to change. And I got other NFL news about where Hard Knocks is going to be. But before I do that, I want to tell you all those amazing stories and more. But the first thing you got to know about is my favorite restaurant in Memphis is called what? Oh, that's right. Interim, right here in Memphis at 5040 Sanderland, right down the road, not far from here. They have lunch Monday through Friday. They have brunch on Sunday, 10:30 to 2. They have dinner nightly, and then they have happy hour. That's right. From 4 to 6, you just stop over basically right after Johnny Radio's happy hour. Go get your happy hour on at Interim. I'm telling you right now, it is the best place to eat. You get 20% off all their drinks, all their food. Their Interim burger is out of control. Everything is out of control. It's so delicious. I can't wait. I'm going back in a couple of days, actually with my good buddy Bill. So I'm fired up to head back over there. And Honey said if I don't take her out there soon, she's going to beat me. So as much as I'm going to miss like all these Ole Miss games, I got nothing but time now. So I better take her over there or she's going to get me. Men, stay out of trouble. Call 901-818-0821 and get you a regular reservation for Interim Restaurant. It will absolutely do your relationship and you an absolute wonder. I promise you. And go check out interimrestaurant.com. Interim, the best place I know. I'm telling you, I'm not even joking. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
All right, now, are y'all ready for this? Because we have a serious situation. Now, I don't know if y'all realize this, but the 2 largest industries projected by, of course, like the smartest people in the world. These are the people that wrote for the New York Post, and they said they got this information from the people that work over the stock exchange. Okay. So there's supposed to be some really smart people. Hedge funds, they're dropping $50 billion all the time. Like it's nothing. They got money all over the place they're spending on this. They say the 2 most profitable industries are going to be marijuana in the NFL in 2020. Can you believe that?
NFL for sure. Marijuana, yeah, just because it's new, it's sort of on the come up. I can believe it.
Well, last year,
does that surprise you?
8.6 billion in medical, 10 billion in recreational. So that's 18.6 billion. The amount of money that goes into it or whatever. They said the revenue is honestly about $14 billion. This was in 2017. They expect it to be over 20 billion and as much as 50 billion by 2025. Whoa, that will definitely outpace the NFL. But why did I bring this up? Why did I bring up this? Because this is obviously becoming a monster, right? It's becoming a pretty big industry, bigger than maybe in the NFL. But did you know that Nevada, which is going to be so fascinating because the NFL is basically allowed to pretty much act like a monopoly and has for a long time. Now, yes, we've had the AA and we have the XFL and all this other trying. But listen to this. Nevada, which is a state which has what? An NFL team. By the way, do you know who's going to be on Hard Knocks? The Raiders.
Wait, what'd you say?
I'm about to tell you,
said
about
something
Nevada.
about Nevada?
Oh, I'm about to tell you. It's going to blow your mind.
team?
In the NFL. But I'm saying, is Nevada going to have an NFL team?
If they made it, is it? I don't think that's definite yet.
What do you mean?
The Raiders, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is
still in
definite.
Oakland.
Dude, it's happening. You didn't know that? It is a done deal, buddy. You think I'm joking? I'm telling you one thing. This is a fact, Jack. The Las Vegas Raiders, they're not building a $1.8 billion stadium to say, nah, we're just kidding.
So it's next year.
Yes.
Is when they're leaving.
Oh, correct. No, guess what goes into effect next year? This new law by Las Vegas that was signed by their governor today that will go in effect, and it's all for every employer of Nevada. And it said that includes who's going to be, the Raiders. It says this. Starting in 2020, Nevada employers cannot refuse to hire a job applicant or fire an employee for failing a marijuana screening test, making it the first state to pass such a law.
The NFL operates differently, though, right?
Well, it has been operating differently, but they're saying, if you listen to it, they're going to test this. They're saying that they're going to test this and take it to court because they're saying anybody that lives in the state of Nevada, and if you make any money in Nevada and pay any taxes, and again, I just told you they're spending $1.8 billion to build the Las Vegas stadium for the Raiders. If you tell that employee he can fire, fine, or discipline any person for failing a drug test, and the screen test, the failing subject is marijuana. Like if they do opiates or whatever, but the NFL don't care about opioids, they give them to you. You know what I'm saying? So if you have pot in your system and you're a Raider, I guess it's going to be cool. They're testing it, man. And you're telling me
the NFL doesn't abide by that.
See, okay,
They're
this
a
is what's
private
going to be
organ-
interesting.
they're
No,
different.
because that they have to pay taxes where they pay in each state.
But they're
They've
not.
changed
They're
all
not
that.
a Nevada-based franchise company, whatever you call them.
Oh, it's already said. I just read it. The Raiders are under Las Vegas law. It says they will be playing. They will paying state
But then-
taxes
but
to
then-
Las Vegas in Nevada.
Okay. I was going to say curiously, what about Denver? But I don't think they have that law. They don't have that.
No, they don't have that law. This is the
circulation.
very first law that's ever going to test how powerful the NFL
I dig it.
really
I
is.
dig it.
And what I'm trying to say is, this is the governor, Steve Sicola or whatever, said, again, we're building a $1.5 billion thing. Weed is legal here. You aren't going to fire. No employee is going to fire anybody for this. We're not going to discriminate. We're not going to fire, and we're not going to incarcerate people for smoking a little grass. And I got to say one thing, dude, Las Vegas, you're dope. Nevada, you're dope. That's pretty cool.
And the Raiders have Hard Knocks.
And that's right. How cool is it that the Raiders have who? Hard Knocks. Vontaze Burfict, Antonio Brown, and man, probably David Carr is he's like the closest thing to. Have you ever seen the Book of Mormon?
No, I haven't.
If
I've
you
heard
ever
about
seen
it.
the
I've
little
heard about
star
it.
in it, dude, the guy who stars in it. Remember the beginning when he's holding his little book and he's wearing his little button-up thing, dude? And he's got a big old smile. That's like Carr, man. Derek, I mean. Derek Carr. It is Derek, isn't it?
I'm just, man, I think we're going to see some bad signs.
Dude.
Like the Raiders are not in a good spot right now.
Let's just put it this way. You have Chucky, Derek Carr, Vontaze Burfict, Antonio Brown.
You said Chucky.
Yeah, their coach. Their crazy GM and Mike Mayock. Dude, this thing's going to get banana sandwiches, dude. I can't.
Who looks more like Chucky, the owner or...
Oh, no. See, the
That's
owner
the
to me
question.
looks like Lloyd Christmas.
Yeah,
Straight
yeah,
up.
the little
Like with his hair
bowl
cut,
cut.
if you could put a gap in between his tooth, like he didn't even have to dress up for Halloween. He can just go straight out the door, grab a sack, and he's done. He's ready to go trick or treating. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. But I do have to say, I'm dead serious. I'm not shocked that there is finally one state who was going to pass this. But this is the very, very, very first state that is putting protections around employees, saying because, you know, if you haven't heard, and the reason I bring this up, because even in Denver, there are like jobs, of course. I mean, and it's different. Like if you're a government employee and you work for the police department, it says you're exempt from this. Like if you're like carrying a gun around and driving a police car, they're like, yo, you can't be smoking dope on the job. You know what I'm saying? You also can't be drinking and stuff on the job neither. You're not allowed to do drugs when you're a police officer and driving around.
Wait, so
a
there's
squad car.
exceptions.
Like, well, the one exception is just the only exception is
Law enforcement.
as the law enforcement, like an ambulance driver, firefighter, police officer. Y'all
What
can't-
about doctors? What about nurses? What about...
Man, they didn't even mention that.
See, that's where I
Dude,
and,
if you're
and
a
I
doc-
have
how many,
no issue.
I know a couple doctors.
No, there's no
who
issue.
smoke
I'm just
dope.
curious.
I don't
I'm
care.
just curious because then they're at they have lives they have to save.
Now
you know what I
can't.
mean?
Yeah, they're not saying you can walk up into work looking like Cheech and Chong and smelling like a big dude. They're just saying if you come to work and you look at like if you're doing a good job, you're being a business professional, and when you get home from work, instead of opening up a bottle of wine, you like to cook like some steak or some chicken and grill out and smoke you a doobie, little Pineapple Express or something, then maybe you shouldn't lose your job if that's all you do. It ain't like you're going and hurting somebody. That's what they're talking about. They're not saying you can show up to work now and smoke weed at work. They're saying if you fail a drug test, that
but
person-
theoretically, nothing would really
no, you
happen
can
to
like
you.
if you read it, you can still like you can't be again like in
unless
this,
you're acting a fool. You can get
Yeah.
fired for still acting a fool. I get that.
You can still get fired for being a complete jackwagon, since we've now been using that word. I love that one. Some texter gave it to me, and that's perfect. Who was the first jackwagon that I started calling a jackwagon? Wasn't it the guy that touched the dude at Golden State Warriors? I think he was my first
Probably so.
jackwagon.
Yeah. Because that's new for you.
Yeah, that it's a brand new one. And I got to work on it. I got to make sure I say jackwagon. Jack.
You can't say it when you're mad.
Yeah, it's not something that, But anyway, like he's kind of like one of another one of the jack wagons. And anyway, I just think that the governor and the fact that Nevada is doing this and the fact that they're going to challenge the NFL is pretty, let's just be honest with you. That is like, that takes like,
It makes me happy.
It almost makes me wonder, is Ricky Williams working in the government?
It makes me happy. It makes me happy, but I have to reserve judgment because I'm curious what the exceptions to that law are and what it'll look like. But yeah,
It's
I mean,
just
I like the
basically
idea.
saying
The
if
NFL
you-
just needs to take
Yeah.
away marijuana testing and just throw it
That's
out.
basically what Nevada's saying that everybody has to do now.
See, but then everybody is a problem. For me.
Everybody except for, of course, again, government
Law
employees, law
enforcement,
enforcement,
yeah, all that.
and those. Like, you don't want the dude who's probably doing your taxes to smoke a big doob. Like, have you like I've never walked in and been like, "Hey, yo, can you do my taxes?" And the dude's like listening to like some reggae music and he's smoking a big spliff, and I'm like, "Oh, dude, these are gonna be so messed
these
up."
numbers are gonna be messed
He's
up.
like, "Oh man, yeah, you're gonna give back 30 grand this year." I was like, "Dude, I didn't make 30 grand. What are you talking about, Holmes?" Like, oh man. But anyway, it's kind of like I do have to mention some other stuff though, and I do have a lot of fun with this stuff, and I love Hardwood, and I'm about to have some more fun because we're going to talk about Kardashians. But if I don't talk about this, people are going to get mad. And I don't got a lot of time, Gabe. But did you know Khloe Kardashian has hit back against a lot of allegations? And I don't know how many people out there know this. And I'm telling you one thing. How can you call our U.S. women's national team disgusting and embarrassing and not give that to the Kardashians? Especially after learn what they've done. But anyway, here's the point. Miss Kardashian, Khloe, has put out what she calls her truth. And she basically fought back and slapped back because find out, did you know that she has a baby with Tristan? And Tristan had a baby with another woman like 2 months before Khloe had her baby. So there was another woman pregnant while she was you know what I'm saying? So like she's just as bad and sounds like a hypocrite. So she puts out this thing called My Truth. And she talks about how she was reluctant to continue seeing Tristan when he confessed that he had a pregnant ex-girlfriend, but believed in him so much. And he told her that the ex and her were done and that he loved her. So anyway, she said it was okay for her to do what she did, but it wasn't okay for Jordan to do what she did. Just let me tell you something about your truth. You can put it out on Instagram, and because you got like 20 million people that follow you and like you, they might also think and be stupid and think that you're actually right. But if I could say it on air, you ain't nothing but a, yeah, that's right, baby. Ain't nothing but a gold digger.
Well, time out. I was like, is he going to say it?
Nope, I can't say it. But I can
He pointed
say
at
gold
me.
digger.
Pointed at me.
I can say gold digger. I can say that word, but I can't say the other.
But I mean, but then she's rich.
She is rich, and she's just stupid. And she's talking about how Jordan Craig is basically a you-know-what, and she's not because of her truth. And Tristan told her. What do you think Tristan told Jordan? You like put on some of that music, you know, listen to a little background. Hey, babe. You know what? You think you had a little bit of like, you think you had some Memphis music in the background, had some little Isaac in the background, or maybe a little Al Green, you know? That'd been so dope. You know, he was playing it, talking all smooth through. You know, I love you, baby. I ain't with Khloe no more. Don't worry, man. I had lots of babies. I love you, baby. Can't get mad at this young girl. Come on now. Get mad at Tristan. Be real. And be right back on the other side because I'm going to be real and give you another pick. By the way, how'd you like yesterday's? Another winner. Don't you dare touch that dial. We'll be right back. Sports 56, 87.7 FM.
Check out Dave Voloshin and Brett Norsworthy with Sports Time. Weekdays from 3 till 6 on Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
Sleepy Z's Mattresses by Michael Zellner is the winner of the Memphis Most Best Mattress Store for 4 straight years. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and Sleepy Z's is the mattress store where you could save 50 to 80% off retail store prices every day of the week. They carry Serta and several other brands and have hundreds of mattresses to choose from. Go there today and mention Sports 56. You'll get an extra 10% off any mattress or furniture. Call Michael directly at 901-359-1040. It's Sleepy Z's, located at 2790 Kirby Wynn Road.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdinger's. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdinger's, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdinger's offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
It's time to be the talk of the neighborhood or lake house with that custom golf cart built by the experts at Ladd's. With both new and used models, they are sure to have exactly what you need. The brand new Club Car Onward encourages families and friends to come together and enjoy being outside. Find out more at ladsonline.com or call 901-324-8801.
Lads, up your life with Lads. Lads, up your life.
You've been asking for it, Mid-South, and they finally did it. They're back. back. Excellent Window Tint is back. Now with a new easy access location in Olive Branch, 7300 Kraft Goodman Road, just off Highway 78 and Kraft Road. Excellent Window Tint is back, just in time to cool the temperature of your car and make that car look cool as well. Unlike all those other North Mississippi and Tennessee window tint shops in the tint world, Excellent Window Tint is family owned and operated, using the highest quality window tint with the best warranty and highest heat reduction film on the market today. And the lower Mississippi sales tax doesn't hurt your pocketbook either. Check out xlntwindowtint.com for your free online quote or call 662-932-TINT at 662-932-8468. Now, if you want details, go to the website at xlntwindowtint.com or just visit the new location in Olive Branch, 7300 Kraft Goodman Road, just off Highway 78. The number again is 662-342-8468. They're back. Excellent Window Tint, now in Olive Branch.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour
Kick it over here.
on Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Here's your host, John Harden.
Shackles, ball and chain. Listen to the whistle of the evening train.
Bring it back, Jerry.
Know you about to
Wind up dead.
You don't head back
to Tennessee Jet. Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour, and I'm fired up, man. I don't have any babies with Tristan or Chloe or any of the Kardashians, but amen, if I had one with Tristan, I'd be like the craziest person on planet Earth. I'd be on Jerry Springer for sure. Welcome back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. You know me, your sports mixologist, John Harden. On the other side of the glass, my good buddy Gabe Kuhn, or as you know on Twitter, G_Kuhn71, baby. And we're sitting here and we're having a lot of fun. But I got to say, a little shout out to a lot of the folks on Twitter today and also on our First Bank text line because we got some great stuff. Now, Gabe, you weren't working with me when I talked about way back when Doc Ellis. Do you know who Doc Ellis is?
Baseball player, I believe.
Way back in the 70s. I talked about it, I believe, when he passed or something. I can't remember or something. But anyway, he threw a no-hitter on LSD. Happened today, 49 years ago. Thanks for the texter. Thanks for reminding us. That was a great story. That was a great Hardwood story, too, by the way. And then a bunch of other people who I appreciate have come in and say, ain't no mercy when it comes to competition. Go hard or go home. I don't want you to lighten up on me. If you're going to dog me out, I just need to get better. Another person. Talk that blank, Johnny. I teach my kids to go hard. What are you playing for if you don't want your blank kicked or play better? A lot of people out there say girls have nothing and they shouldn't be getting hated on. And some people have gone as far in saying that if it wasn't Alex Morgan scoring 5 goals and she wasn't basically beautiful and it was somebody else, they probably wouldn't be dogging her so much. I don't know, man. We'll see. But I just think it's sad that in the, you're at the World Cup, man.
The pinnacle of the sport.
Like you're
just realistically.
You are. You're at the pinnacle. What you worked your whole life for. You don't want to stop every time you score a goal. You want to celebrate. It's
what
joyful.
I was wondering is how do they stop? And so how do you stop in soccer?
I don't know.
You
how
can't.
How do you stop in football?
How do you stop in basketball?
Said.
I don't get. Well, I guess stopping in basketball, you could not score.
And that's just also so disrespectful. Go play 4 corners like Carolina did.
That's what I'm saying. I feel I
can't do it because of shot clock. That's why they have one. Basically,
I get offended when people don't compete.
I agree with you unequivocally. I have to say you are correct. Now, yesterday was absolute beautiful. One, because we're awesome and I am on fire. Go to Inside One or call 833-731-2345. Hit up Kevin because the dude is hot. What do I mean by that? Hot, hot, hot. Now, another guy, by the way, texted. He said 31.5 million, Johnny, if KD opts in at Golden State June 30th. No. I know what you're saying, but no if you're KD. I believe actually you need to go and see if you can get 4 years and $164 million because you're basically going to be playing for 3 years. That would be the supermax that you can get from another team outside of Golden State. And you need that 4 years and that guarantee because I don't know if you're going to come back. I mentioned the guys. I mentioned all those guys that had the same injury as you and they were never the same except for, Dominique had 1 year where he came back and averaged over 30 after it.
I want to talk about this text.
Uh-oh.
Someone says weed is legal in Colorado, but most life insurance policies will cut your benefits in half if tested positive for weed.
That is a very good point. Now, I've talked to a couple of people, actually, my buddy Cole, who listens out on the left coast. He lives in Washington. He texts me, man, he goes, dude, I'm so glad that they're finally doing that. Appreciate Nevada doing that, but man, they got to start doing it some other
Do they do the
states.
same but do they cut your life insurance policy in half, like cut your benefits in half
Well,
if
he
you
didn't
like
say
smoke
that.
cigarettes or like what? I don't understand.
I think they might do something like that. I'm not
Okay, so,
sure.
like-
I don't know, but I know
don't know.
one thing is that there are a couple other things like Cole was saying in Washington, they need to come up with some other, things, because that's one of the things they were using. Like if they don't like somebody, test them for weed. They know they can fire that person because everybody out there smokes weed. And that's just kind of, he was saying that stinks. So good for Las Vegas. Anyway, I was mentioning it, though. I hope you understand, because next year we're going to have the first employer. I think they're going to court. Do you think the NFL is just going to give in? Or do you think, because see, I thought if they were going to give in to something like this is something that they would be giving in when they're doing the collective bargaining agreement.
I don't like to speculate on things like that because we really haven't seen what could possibly happen. This is so new.
This is so new.
So it's like,
unbelievable.
yeah, I want to see how it plays out.
I mean, it
though.
still hasn't even gone into effect. It's 2020 when it goes into effect, January 1st, 2020. We'll see what happens. It's going to be very, very fascinating. And again, Las Vegas, they're spending a $1.8 billion on the stadium for a reason. It's going to be pretty interesting. Hard Knocks does have the Raiders. We've talked about anything. We talked about my buddy 901-406-1101. You should know that number if you have a house. It's crucial. But you should also know, if you want to be styling and profiling, there's one store that you go shopping at. And especially if you need boots, largest boot showroom on planet Earth. That's Frontier Western Store and frontierwesternstore.com, by the way. You can go to frontierwesternstore.com, shop 24/7, 365 online, or head on down to 5880 Goodman Road, 9 to 7 Monday through Saturday, or 1 to 6 on Sunday. They have everything. I know you just think about boots, but they got women's wear at their boutique. They got kids stuff. They got everything. They are awesome. But I got to give you the pick of the day. Before I do, I must say, go to Kevin. He is on fire. Now, it is kind of simple. You would think to yourself, who is he going to pick? I don't like doing this to you, but I can't give you all the freebies or I'm a jerk. Atlanta's in fuego. They're on hot. They continue it. They beat the brakes off of Pittsburgh. I like it, even though it's laying 200. Do me a favor. For me, for Gabe, for everybody out there, get out there and make this world a better place. I'll see y'all on the flip side. Peace.
She looks good without a shirt.
This Father's Day, eat like your dad taught you with Kingsford. Just fire up that charcoal and grill some lip smacking, falling off the bone, died and gone to heaven. So good you could ugly cry ribs, or chicken, or heck, grill a whole hog. It ain't summer if you ain't eating good. So what are you waiting for? Kingsford, start something. Grab a bag at your nearest Home Depot.
Get your gun, Nelly, and saddle up Penelope. It's Western Trading Days at Sunrise Buick GMC. Old-time trading prices on over 800 new Buicks and GMCs, and the Sunrise Used Car Corral has over 150 in stock. Sunrise has rustled up a good-looking herd of cars and trucks under $99.95. Ranch managers have been told to cut prices to the bone. If you're a good person with bad credit, SunriseMemphis.com will help you get your brand on one of these little fillies. Free hot dogs and Cokes at the Chuck Wagon. Western Trading Days, 385 in Houston, Levy, and Collierville. Cars cost less at Sunrise, partner.
Catch the coast in Memphis at Crab King's Seafood and enjoy